Oh, well. Welcome, folks. It's your bartender, Rod. A little bit, going a little bit back into the old style smoke to think on. Not going to be any weed strain reviews here, and obviously not Let's Playing some fucking No Man's Sky next while smoking a fatty. I'm going to do that in a little while. Half an hour or so. I don't know. However long this takes. But what I will say is this. Alex Jones was banned from a shitload of platforms out of Silicon Valley. On my dad's birthday. It was a shitty birthday for my dad, poor guy. The reason I say that is up until the moment Alex Jones went on his own national broadcast and then syndicated to the world through YouTube and Facebook and everybody else. Until the moment that he endorsed Donald Trump for the presidency of the United States, until that moment came, I was a fan. I'm a Joe Rogan. Alex Jones is right about a lot of shit. He's also fucking totally nuts, and I think that any good town crier should be, you know? Extra, extra, get the fucking here first kind of shit. Now, should Alex Jones have been banned for the things he said about Sandy Hook? First of all, I'm a little disappointed in all aspects of media, including independent media. You know, We Are Change, The Real, Watching the Hawks, with Jesse Ventura's kid, Tyrell. A lot of people who, frankly, got a lot of their following on the backs of fucking Alex Jones and InfoWars. Not pointing out the misrepresentation to the point that many times, several years ago, Alex Jones has come out and said, you know what, I don't think Sandy Hook was a fucking hoax. I think some shady shit went down there. I think maybe some drills happened at the same time, and I think it was used as preface to come out again with gun control. But you know, he's retracted that hoax business many times. So the precedent here for banning Alex Jones is bogus to begin with. Hate speech, inciting violence, all that shit, it's garbage. It's garbage. I've listened to that Alex Jones for 10 years. Entire 3-hour broadcasts while working, doing handyman shit, you know, fucking putting in floors, just listening to the radio. And thousands of times I've heard the man say the exact opposite. Don't commit violence. It'll only hurt the cause. It'll only make us look like fucking crazy fools they're trying to make us out to be. Now, if somebody comes on any platform that says go forth and do harm, yeah, fucking get rid of it. I'm all for it. You know, the same shit that happened to Milo Yiannopoulos on Twitter, getting banned because a bunch of his followers were mean to some fucking lady. You know, and yeah, online bullying en masse is a bad thing and is a big deal, but like, we're not responsible for the shit that people do. You know, they've already set this precedent. Eminem and fucking, you know, Marilyn Manson are not responsible for the Columbine shooters and violence in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know this. We know this. So this perception that somehow he's responsible for fucking ignorant, crazy people doing ignorant, crazy people shit is just bogus. Now, another argument you've been hearing all over, you know, YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else is, this is scary because it sets precedent for banning anybody for basically anything a bunch of people deem they don't like. And that's true. Folks over at Redacted Tonight at RT, for instance, They they made a good point. Lee Camp, you know, and he does the same thing. He basically regurgitates fucking Alex Jones 3 hours for 6 days into one half-an-hour segment a week, and then rails on Alex Jones, because, I mean, that's what you do to fucking maintain popularity, I guess. I don't know. Personally, I lost faith in the man when he supported Donald Trump. When Donald Trump came on television and said, I'm going to run for president, I was like, oh, hey, look, there's the man they've been waiting for. They, being the evildoers of the world conspiring against us, to destroy faith in American politics. Hey, there's the guy Alex Jones has been warning me about for fucking 15 years now. I didn't start listening to the radio show until I got out of high school. Started following Alex Jones with his movies and shit. Documentaries are gold. And I highly recommend everybody go seek them out. You know, they're on InfoWars and Prison Planet TV and shit. That's, you know, it's worthwhile. But it occurred to me when he went on, you know, television and his YouTube and his fucking radio show and said, yeah, Donald Trump is the guy. I just thought, oh, Alex, you've been duped, my boy. Fucking duped. And then die hard duped. Like, when it was obvious that fucking Trump was not gonna do all the shit that he said he was gonna do, it should have been a wake-up call. He should have, you know, come out and said, hey, I'm fucking out for this guy. But whether or not I think he should have been banned, obviously I think no. I don't think we should ban the people that we think are crazy or wrong from speaking, or the hateful, for that matter. I mean, it's short of actually inciting violence, you know, go forth and do harm. I think we should let the hateful idiots scream at the top of their fucking lungs on these goddamn platforms. I want to know where my racists are. If I got a guy who thinks that using the N-word on a regular basis is a part of lexicon and the framing of those dirty N-words, I want to know. I want to know where that guy is. I want to know who the fuck to avoid in this world. Freedom of speech is a double-edged sword, but it works, you know, two ways. As the headline above you here on this fucking channel reads, freedom of speech means nothing if not being able to say shit people don't want to hear. I'm paraphrasing now. Sorry, Mark. Or Orwell, but you know, it's the truth. And you know, if you think Alex Jones is a crazy redneck conspiracy theorist, don't listen to him. He's got like 4 million viewers a month or some shit, or I don't know. He's got massive numbers, but there's fucking 375 million people in this country. So like a fuckload of people every day don't listen to Alex Jones. Like, you can continue to do that. It is not a problem. You know, it's just not a problem. You know, for 15 years, the man has been on my radar, and I've gone in and out of phases. Sometimes I'm just like, I can't fucking handle this shit. Back in the day, not gonna lie, early 2000s, mid 2000s, what I couldn't handle was how fucking right he was. Ooh, these stunner shades are boss. Look at that shit. Ooh, we can see ourselves in ourselves, huh? And this is Smoke to think on, guys. But you know what I mean? Like, there's also times where, you know, okay, I'll be honest with you. Ed Snowden came out and said Google and Facebook and all these major tech companies are giving your data to the government and letting them spy on you. And I was like, yeah, Alex Jones said that in 2004. I remember I was graduating high school going, the government is listening to you with your fucking Google. I mean, I witnessed the shit. I used to have a microphone plugged in all the time. We'd be in my room smoking pot, having an argument. This is back when we invented the verb Googling it. And we'd say, Google that shit. You'd hop on Google and start to type the fucking question. You know, like, who starred in whatever movie. And you would type W, and it would fucking autofill the entire question that you would literally just ask out loud in the room. And that happens to us all the time now, and we just don't even think about it. It's part of our phone's operating system. They're doing this shit in 2003. So, you know, I'm just saying, there was a time where Alex Jones was fucking right. And that there's a reason why he has millions of followers and millions of listeners. Because he's been right before. He just has been. That being said, not everybody wants to hear it. And again, like I said, when he fucking came out and was like, Trump's a good idea for president, I was like, oh, are you fucking for real? Trump is the epitome of everything that you've been warning us about for years. But I will say, by banning him, they're at least testing the waters on whether or not we're going to tolerate mass silencing of opinion. Because let's be fair, if anything we can say, if we could say about Alex Jones is he's a man who voices his opinion. Whether you think it's right or wrong or quackery or bullshit or whatever you think, it's an opinion, right? He's not a fucking journalist. Sometimes they kind of give off a journalist error, you know, but it's opinion, it's commentary. It's got a bias. It's not, quote, objective. Oh, there's no silencing. He still has his website, InfoWars. Well, yeah, he paid for those servers and he paid for that domain name. That'll be an interesting fight to see if he has when it comes time to renewing all that. I don't know. Silencing on these platforms, though, absolutely. Definitely been silenced on the platforms. I mean, I forget the cat in the interview. I was watching an interview about it, but one good point. Oh, it was on Watching the Hawks on Real RT. The guy pointed out is all the other commentators, all the other people that work at InfoWars, all the other people that have ever made a video or had a video produced by them are no longer accessible. They're no longer viewable. Their work has been shut down and silenced. Not to mention, let's say you want to show your friend the video of Alex Jones being like, Sandy Hook was a hoax, right? Like you no longer have the opportunity to express that video. That's no longer accessible to you unless you pay for Prison Planet TV and have access to all of the archives that InfoWars has ever done. I don't know if that's all available for free or not. It was available for free on YouTube. So I mean, in a way, it's a form of silencing. I mean, I agree. You can still go to InfoWars. You can still go to Prison Planet. There's still access. And honestly, there's probably going to be a rash of people on YouTube that are going to upload all of his videos and shit. I mean, I fully expect that. That's how people that follow InfoWars are. I mean, I remember back in the day when we used to set the #1 search record or search results for Google. That's impressive. That's a fucking voice. But I agree. Also, with YouTube cannot tell about what Alex Jones posts on InfoWars, same way he has no right to expect YouTube to post his videos. I was just going to say, I agree. YouTube is a privately owned corporation, and they're allowed to host whatever content they want and not host whatever content they want. This is not an argument of legality, right? Like, obviously, they're within their rights. They determine what their terms of service are. They determine what is a breach of their terms of service. The question is whether or not we, the audience, and the collective user base, the consumer, will tolerate this behavior from our service provider. You know what I'm saying? The question is do you want the potentiality of your voice to be removed from this platform because something you say is deemed dangerous or violent? Even if it isn't objectively, just subjectively, it's decided that it is. Is that fair? I don't know. That's the question. That's the argument that we're having. I mean, not you and I, but in general, that's the argument being had. And I mean, I don't know the answer. I mean, again, I personally think that we should. I think there should be no restrictions on speech, short of actually inciting violence. Yes, YouTube's audience is much bigger than Alex Jones. That's totally true. That's my question, though. We need to take care of all the audience. I suppose you're suggesting that they're looking at it in terms of the whole and not the smaller. And while maybe you're right, I would also suggest that like 6 platforms, not just YouTube, shut this guy and his entire operation down. So we're talking about like 20 or 30 employees, 6 or 7 different voices. You know what I mean? So and again, you're right, the audience is large, and this is the question for the audience, is do we think that this is the right approach? Do we think the approach of shutting down a voice entirely versus allowing us, the audience, to decide whether or not we want to consume that media, or just remove that media entirely from the platform? And I mean, I don't know. My opinion is that we should let everyone have their voice, short of inciting violence. If you actually say go out and do harm to somebody, then yeah, shut that shit down. Those motherfuckers had their chance. It's the same thing on the streets. If I go out and say fire or start a riot or anything else like that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm liable for that shit. But, if you think Alex Jones is crazy, then there's a really easy solution. Don't listen to him. It's not hard. Millions of people have been doing it for a long time. And if you love what he has to say, then listen to him. And to be fair, this has probably been the biggest boost in free advertising for InfoWars and Alex Jones that he could have, like on camera he's crying, but I bet when he gets home at night he's just like, I couldn't have paid for this kind of media coverage. I mean, this is like all press is good press to the fucking max, Everyone's talking about it. I'm sitting here doing a YouTube video at 10 o'clock at night. He threatened Mueller in his video. Can you provide sourcing? I would love that. Because I personally didn't see that. My immediate the thing that comes to mind immediately would probably be him challenging him to a fight or a duel, which is not inciting violence. I'm sorry, it's it's dumb, but it's not like go out and kill a motherfucker. It's the same thing as like, hey, let's have a boxing match. Which there's a billion-dollar industry behind MMA. So like it's not like organized fighting is an incite to violence. It's a challenge. One I'm assuming he wouldn't have taken up. But now, if it's different, I'm happy to concede, and I will say, yeah, hey, that's an instigation for violence, and he fucked up. Sorry, bruv. I don't know. If you've got the link, I would love to see it. Please feel free to leave it, because I will watch that shit and totally recant everything I just said. I'm happy to do so. I'm not here to defend Alex Jones. I do think that it's an important conversation to ask, though. Do we silence somebody because they've got a shitty opinion? And Sandy Hook was a hoax is just a shitty opinion. That's all it is. It's not the foundation for some radical fucking revolution. It's just a shitty opinion. Just use youtube.com before that. What do you mean? Just use youtube.com before what? I realize there's a little bit of a lag, but because I'm genuinely not going to go out and search for videos of Alex Jones, quote, inciting violence. I'm not able to paste link here. Fucking YouTube. They won't let you paste the link. God damn it. Now I have to go do that. Okay. Okay, you got me, homie. I will go and do that. I can't do that now because I'm streaming this on my phone and I can't look it up right this second. But I will rant when I'm done with this on my live stream when I'm doing the Let's Play. We're gonna go fly through space after this, and when I'm doing that, you know, I'll say I was wrong, I guess. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know. Can you just tell me the context then? Actually, I'll take your word for it for now. What's the context of the video? Like, does Alex Jones say, like, somebody ought to shoot this motherfucker, or I'm going to punch him in the nose? Because I want to, and I'm going to, or, you know what I mean? Like, the context it's all very important. Because I could be like, I'm going to beat the shit out of a clown after this video, and you know what I mean? Like, that's not inciting violence, that's just me being dumb. Oh, shit, we're about to lose the PlayStation 4. That would be a tragedy. Anyway, I digress, folks. I didn't mean to get in an argument here with my boy, but I think it's an important conversation that we should have. Is will we tolerate mass banning because of shitty opinions? He was himself talking about shooting Mueller with hand gesture. I believe his video main reason why it's removed from all platforms. Now this poses an interesting dilemma, because 7 days ago you'd be able to send me a link on YouTube of this crisply cut, clean chunk of video exactly showing what you're talking about. And now you can't do that because the shit's been removed from fucking YouTube. And that is frustrating. And this is an illustration of how your freedom of speech right now has been curtailed by this ban. You cannot express the moment in time that you want to express because it's fucking gone. Oh, okay. I see. Can you not comment while I'm live streaming? Can you only chat? To be fair, I've never actually watched a live stream while it was live on YouTube, so I genuinely don't know. What the fuck? Look at all this shit. I can do bubbles if I want to. We could have been doing bubbles this whole time, guys. I'm kind of a stoner. Okay, so I will look it up and see what it looks like. I mean, a hand gesture, I don't know. I mean, that could be threatening, I guess, potentially. Whoa, sketch is never good. Alright, I'm gonna stop fucking with that. Sorry, folks. I was just trying to read and I hit that button on accident. Cancel. Han Rajan, thanks for watching this stream, man. This has been a good, lively debate. I am going to look up the Mueller threatening video because I am intrigued by that. It seems completely out of character for Alex Jones. But then again, I mean, fuck. They turned on CERN and all this Mandela effect shit's been happening. Maybe Alex Jones is a different universe Alex Jones than the one I remember. Maybe he's a more angry and violent guy. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, you dig that Mandela effect shit, right? Have you seen that? Please tell me you've seen that, huh? It's a real deal. I mean, I was skeptical about the Mandela effect thing until I saw the fucking Publishers Clearinghouse business, and that blew my fucking brains in, dude. I not only have vivid memories of the guy with the checks, but I got vivid memories of the guy with the check stenciled out on the big yellow package. You know what I'm talking about. Tell me you know what I'm talking about. This shit is real. If you have it, okay, maybe you already know, but like, who was the guy with the Publishers Clearinghouse? Do you remember? Mandela effect is trippy as fuck. Anyway, I digress. Oh shit, I went Mandela and he gotta go. Are you in on it? Peace, dog. It was nice to meet you. Thanks for watching. Ah, damn. Alright, folks, if you made it this long, I do appreciate you sticking tuned. This has been fun. It was good to have a little bit of an audience. We had two viewers for a minute. Funnily enough, as soon as I said, hey, peace, hon. Oh, it's not Han, it's Harry. God damn, I gotta get real glasses. I've been calling you Han, it's Harry, I'm sorry. I had two viewers earlier, and one of them left when I said Alex Jones was done for fucking supporting Trump. But what are you gonna do? So now we got somebody else on the line. Hey, it's good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. My basic premise is this. Oh, they're gone. Well, I guess I don't need to recap. Alex Jones, I don't think should have been banned. I think we should let the people that we think are wrong and crazy continue to speak as loud and as clearly as possible so we know exactly where they are and what they think. My personal opinion on Alex Jones is I think he's right a lot of the time. I think he was cataclysmically wrong on the Trump issue, and that being supporting Trump at all in the presidency and the election and all that other shit. To be fair, sometimes I think he just got excited because he got the opportunity to fucking make a president. And like, who doesn't want to say like, yeah, I had a fucking hand in making the president. I'm just a regular guy, and like, usually you gotta have billionaire backers, and like, Trump just had like InfoWars supporters. I mean, that's kind of neat. You know what I mean? Part of your legacy. Downside is it was Trump. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Y'all motherfuckers have a good night. I'm gonna go fly through space. If you want to watch, that's where we'll be.